Well, we left Randy at camp today. We had a long day yesterday, and we got up this morning and hiked up here. We were just planning on glassing, so we brought spotting scopes. And we got into a really great area, and we're 2.7 miles from the ATV. And we're looking across 2.5 miles, and there's 3 herds of elk that all have a 6-point herd bull in them. So it's 9:37 a.m. and common sense and logic tells us go back to the ATV. But it's September 20th, and these elk have been bugling for 3 hours. So we're going to hike in, and we will be 7 miles from the ATV when we get there, just like yesterday. And we have limited water and limited food, and Randy's at camp. But there's bulls bugling, so we're going to go get them.
Yesterday we put 14 miles on. That was day, what day was that for me? 5 or, no, 6. So I told the crew, I said go out without me this morning. I'm not feeling that great. Many of you know I have a liver that flares up sometimes, and I could feel it flaring up yesterday. So the deal is they'll be back by noon, unless they are chasing an elk or killed an elk. So I hated to miss out on the day, but I got 10 more hunts to go this season, and if I don't take it easy and listen to my body when the time comes, I end up having problems. So it's just the way it goes. Not much I can do about it. So hopefully they'll get an elk, otherwise we'll be out after them this afternoon.
Turkey. you're coming above us. He laid right there on top. We walked all the way around him within 100 yards. Fortunately kept the wind somehow, but we got over here and called and he answered. But he stayed right there. He had a visual. We couldn't move without him seeing us. We tried slipping in. I got about 65 yards and he was just standing there watching. He never did see us, but he could see where the calls were coming from. Couldn't see what was making the calls, so I got nervous and he dropped off the backside and was coming around. We got up here, about 55 yards. But he was moving away. So tough, it's so noisy, so dry. Elk won't come to us, they just stay there, and if they bugle, make us go to them. See if we can get another one to bugle. We were 80 yards from one of the bigger bulls. We had two guys on the ridge across from us. They dropped off the backside, the wind going right to the elk. Whole herd stampeded. They're right here. Hunters came up again. I'm so tired. I don't think I've ever worked harder to try to get in on elk. We were within 100 yards of them again. And the same hunters moved in from upwind of them. I need water bad. Look at difference in body sizes in those two.
You shoot the little one. Easier to pack out.
Well, I've been napping most of the day, and you can see what time it is. It's a little after 6 o'clock. And those guys were going to be back at noon, plus or minus, unless they ended up killing an elk. So they're 6 hours late. Tells me maybe they killed an elk. Or if I know Corey, they got into the elk and they're still trying to kill one.
Pretty mouthy for a hungry bull. Well, we found them. And we said when we found them there'd be so many, we'd be able to scoop them up with butterfly nets. We found them like that. The problem is, we're on public land, and other people found them too. We're at mile almost 13 right now. We've got 3.5 miles to go to the truck. We've heard a lot of bugling today, and there's still, down the valley here, it's all private land. We've skated, there's about a 3-mile section here of private. We've scouted and skirted the whole edge of it. And there's been elk on public land, but they got pressured from the other side and they moved on to private. So tomorrow, we're going to be here earlier and we're going to hike farther. And we're going to get this done. But first, we're going to get a water drink.